be showing you around today and giving you a brief history of Duke Farms and what they're doing today. So, right now we are in the Piedmont region of the eastern United States, and this region is known for its forests and rolling hills. Except this region has been dramatically altered from human interference, and right now people are working to get it back to more of a natural state. So this here is Duke's River, and it is a tributary of the Raritan River. It is a place for natural habitats to thrive and live here at Duke Farms.
James Buchanan Duke was born in 1856, and his mom died when he was really young. I think he was like 2 or 3 years old. And then when he was 7, his dad got drafted into the Confederate Army. So from a really young age, J.B. Duke had to learn to manage the farm and the business on his own. So James Buchanan Duke briefly attended the New Garden School in North Carolina, and then he also attended the Eastman School of Business in Poughkeepsie, New York. But his education was very brief, and he preferred to work most of the time, so his education is limited. So by 1884, J.B. Duke mechanized the production of cigarettes, which had never been done before, which allowed the company to grow tremendously, and by 1890 turned into the American Tobacco Company.
With the era of the railroad now in the United States, tobacco production changed. The production and manufacturing of tobacco is now much more profitable than growing. So, the brothers and their father changed from growing tobacco to manufacturing and producing. So, they started their first tobacco company, which was Pro Bono Publico, and this means for the public. They packaged semi-pulverized tobacco in small cloths and marketed it to others in the area. And this was the start of what would become their tobacco enterprise.
By 1911, the American Tobacco Company became so powerful that it had to be dissolved by the Sherman Antitrust Act by the Supreme Court in 1911. However, the Duke power and influence continued to grow because in 1893, J.B.'s older brother Benjamin saw the need to power his textile factories with water power. So J.B. got to work and started developing hydroelectric dams.
So, welcome to the Hay Barn. Built in 1905, the Hay Barn was at the hub of farming activity. It originally housed a hay press, and this was important to early agriculture at Duke Farms. This barn was built in the same style that would be used for the farm barn later on. In 1915, though, a fire destroyed all but the stonework. Doris Duke used the remaining shell as a sculpture garden, which remains today. Let's go inside.
In 1893, at the height of the Industrial Revolution, J.B. Duke decided to buy his first piece of farmland in New Jersey. This was interesting because most people at the time were buying pieces of land in the Adirondacks or New York. And J.B. Duke decided to keep growing his power, so he continued to buy farms surrounding the Duke Farms area, and eventually he got to a piece of land over 1,000 acres. The farm became an obsession of J.B. Duke's, and by 1905 he had combined 40 plots of land into one farm area. Also in 1905, he founded the Southern Power Company.
So I think that Duke Farms is a really great place to enjoy a beautiful weekend afternoon and to spend time with family and friends and enjoy the great outdoors where there's farmland and picnics available. and just so much that you can do. So, Doris Duke was the daughter of J.B. Duke, and when she was born into one of the wealthiest families in America. She became a lifelong philanthropist, and she was very intelligent, independent, and cared so much about wildlife, the arts, and really the world around her. Doris Duke's last will and testament, she left all of her money, art, and various possessions, which were very plentiful, to what became known as the Doris Duke Charitable Foundation. So, the grants of Doris Duke helped to fund different wildlife conservation measures, helped to protect children, medical research, and did a lot of good in the world and still continues to do so today.
So, this road, you can take bikers, hikers, walkers, and babies and strollers, and old people, and you can also take a tram. So you can do whatever. It's great.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
The tram is coming.
Oh my god.
Oh! Welcome to Duke Farms and this building, which is the Coach Barn. The Coach Barn was one of the first major buildings that was constructed at Duke Farms and is now a signature building. It was completed in 1903 and contained stables for horses on one side, and on the other side were office spaces for J.B. Duke and his estate manager. On the second floor, there is an apartment that originally was for a carriage coachman and later an automobile chauffeur. The Coach Barn has a distinctive clock tower and rustic walls that are made of field stone gathered from local quarries.
So, as Olivia was just saying, the Duke family has a long legacy of giving and donating. So, in 1896, J.B. Duke's father gave $100,000 to Trinity College in order to ensure that women had the same rights as men and got the same education. And then again, in 1924, J.B. Duke set up a $40 million endowment that went to Trinity College, and because of the endowment they changed the name from Trinity College to Duke University.
Here at Duke Farms there are 9 lakes and multiple waterfalls. When Doris Duke took over the farm, New Jersey was known as the most densely populated state in the entire United States. Doris had the intention to make Duke Farms a place where there would be plant and wildlife conservation. As of today, Duke Farms is the largest privately owned, undeveloped piece of land in the state of New Jersey.
In 1905, J.B. Duke began planning a huge mansion at Duke Farms, but it wasn't until 2 years later that they had final plans. And then by 1911, the construction was almost done, and they had built the 2-level basement, which is now known as the old foundation, and they had built tunnels as well as the supports for the first floor. But abruptly, J.B. Duke stopped construction, and no one really knows for sure, but part of the reason people think is because he started to shift business more towards Europe after the court mandated that his company stop with the Sherman antitrust law in 1911. So people think that he started to move his business more towards Europe and he stopped paying attention to his American affairs. And now it's unfinished. Construction in the New Jersey location, he did start to build an estate in North Carolina, and the steel that that was used to build the old foundation went to the Allied war effort, which is pretty cool. Water from the Raritan River and brought it into Duke Farms so that he could have all these different waterscapes. So there's like 35 fountains and 6 rivers and 7 lakes. So he really did a good job transforming the whole landscape.
So, as we know, J.B. Duke displayed such a passion for power, and he really loved water. So, he saw the potential in the river to use that river water as energy. So, in 1897, he acquired the Raritan Water Power Company, and this power company was to provide a source of clean water and clean electricity through hydroelectric power plants. It supplied enough electricity for his whole estate, as well as streetlights in the neighboring boroughs. So by 1909, Duke created a system of 7 lakes on this property that equaled approximately 75 acres. And using a system of steam power engines, shovels, and lots of workers, really creating these lakes one at a time was such an incredible accomplishment. Each landscape architect put excavated earth to really good use and created these lakes that we see here today. So based on the knowledge that he gained through this whole experience, as well as advice from people he came across within the process, he created the Southern Power Company, which was chartered in Raritan, New Jersey in 1905. This power company, which is now Duke's Energy Corporation, is now headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina.
In order to bring sustainability to the community surrounding Duke Farms, they have a community garden, which is really cool. The way it works is that you buy a plot of land that's your own little garden, and then you can grow whatever you want. And it's a way of kind of bringing sustainability and green practices across New Jersey. Something really cool that I learned is that 100% of their energy comes from the solar panels over here. And I thought it was a really cool example of the future of solar panels, and that you can run a whole estate basically on just solar energy and just using renewable sources.
Hello, Jessica.
Hey, Olivia.
So, what did you think of our trip to Duke Farms today?
I thought our trip to Duke Farms was so great. We learned so much about how to be green and how to be more sustainable and just live a better life for the environment.
Hello. What impact do you think this had on learning about history?
I think it helped me to understand the process of building a place like this and how hard it is to kind of get it to a point where it can be so sustainable, but also once you're there, what an impact it has on the community and the whole environment.
So, what are your thoughts on J.B. Duke and Doris Duke?
I think J.B. Duke and Doris Duke did an incredible thing, and I think their attention to the world around them and the people surrounding them is incredible, and I think it's something we should all aspire to have, to care so much about other people.
Thanks, Jess.
Thanks, Olivia.
This has been a great trip with you.
It was a great day. I'm so glad we got to spend it together.
Yay, aw. I hope you enjoyed our adventure class and Mr. Curtis. We should come here on a field trip. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 climbing trees like we did when we were children, scaling walls, the walls that took us years to build. Climbing trees, half and much since we were children, the shaking limbs tend to end up bent and broken. Safe inside the walls we built, we found ourselves alone. High branches